So somebody asked me earlier what I want them to change about law in Tekken 7. I want them to fix this. DSS as an offensive tool is trash now. There is nothing law can do to keep DSS offensive pressure against someone who knows. And like against people who don't know, everything works. You know what I mean? Is it though? That's the thing. Like I just said, against people who don't know, it all works, right? But against people who do know, it doesn't work at all. So then it's like, well, what are you supposed to do then? The people who don't know are going to lose to it anyway. The people who do know, all defeated 100%. So Law has no option. So he really needs like something effective to track and stuff, you know, because the people who can lose to it are going to lose to it anyway. So might as well give him something for the high level play, right? Also, like out of DSS, he's got no low. He has a low. It's this. But look how slow that is. It's terrible. Counter, it's a knockdown, which I think you can get like instant slide if you do it fast enough, 2-hit combo. But like, it's fucking trash. Like it's so slow that nobody gets hit by it, like unless they're like unfamiliar. You know, like same thing. People who don't know about it, they're gonna get hit by it. Anyone who does know about it, you're dead. Like his old DSS low was like the last twisted junkyard, like this, out of DSS, and it was a counter launcher just the same. That one was safe on block, so that was way better because it was a counter launcher and it was safe on block. This one now I think is launch punishable. I forget, and also it's not a counter launcher anymore. Like I wish they would give him down 4-3 out of DSS. Like if Law could do this. You know what I mean? Like, not that, but if you could just do this into this, that would be tight. What would you sacrifice to get that back? I'm not sure why they took it away, Medium Chun. If you want me to sacrifice something to get the launcher out of DSS low back, I will take out what I think they should do anyway, right? I think they should make one of these changes. I don't know which one is better or worse, but back 4-3 or 3+4-4. One of those two moves needs to be slowed down to 15 frames. Like, preferably for Law, you would slow down the homing attack, right? You would make back 4 the 15 frames, and then you would make 3+4-4 the 14 frame launcher still. Otherwise, he doesn't have a 14 frame launcher, right? And I think that the way the game is being rebalanced currently, I think they're trying to push towards more 14 frame launchers. So, like, Law having one that's good is like fine. Like, if they take that away as a 14 frame launcher, then they would have to make like back 4-3 a launcher, which would be stupid. Or they would have to make down 4-2 14 frames, which sounds crazy, but it used to be 14 frames in Tekken 6.0. And it wasn't honestly that crazy. Like, the only thing that was like really fucked up about it was Raven would do forward 3 on block, and Law would do down forward 2 to launch it. It was like the funniest looking shit. But realistically, like, that's a Raven risk anyway against certain characters, right? It's not a down forward 2, but with Paul, he'll get back 3, right? So yeah, it's the same kind of risk. But I think that's one of the things I would trade. You got to make back 4-3 or 3+4-4 slower by 1 frame. One of them has to be 15 frames. And I think it should be back 4. I think it should be back 4. I think back 4-3 should be 15 frames. And I think that 3+4-4 can stay as the 14 frame launcher. They can cut down the range on 3+4-4 again. Like, it's not that big of a difference. It's kind of unnecessary. Like, it was fine the way it was before they gave it extra range. I have no concern about that. I feel like, in fact, they should revert it and because right now, most of the time, you get 3+4-4, you're also going to get back 2-1. So what ends up happening is 90% of the time that you do back 2-1, you should have done 3+4-4. You know what I mean? So I think that they should keep back 2-1 the long range, like with Punisher, and they should make 3+4-4 shorter range -14 Punisher. I think that's the change I would make to make him more balanced, or, you know, to make him, I don't know, weaker so that I can get a DSS low. You know, like, I just want a DSS low. DSS low has been something that's missing from Law forever. Is that Kenny on the emote? No, that's BL. What moves are useless for Law? Oh, this is a good one. This move is hella useless. Not that one, sorry. How many times do you guys see a Law hit that counter hit launcher? Counter hit launcher. This is a fucking high counter hit launcher. Like, why? What are you even supposed to do about this? Law has the DSS low, this one. But it's trash. It is more trash than the one he had in Tekken Tag 2 and before. Way more trash. Naranagi, of course I remember that video. I don't even have to look at it to know what it is. How is it trash? That's not a punish, huh? So it's minus 14? It's trash. It's trash! It is minus 14. I thought it was 15. It's still trash. Let me tell you, in comparison, Blood Talon to what he had before. Right, in comparison to what Law had before. The low was faster, and it was a counter hit launcher, and it was safe on block. So instead of those three things, they gave him a move that's a counter hit knockdown that's way more unsafe on block. And way slower. Give him down 3 from DSS? Yeah, I think that he should have, I think out of DSS, he should have down 4-3. I think this is what I would want out of DSS. I think they should have, like, you know, 1-2 DSS into down 4-3. You know, like, 174 DSS, down 4-3. Like, then at least he has a tiny poke, and it's got a lot of risk associated with it, but it's fast. You know what I mean? This would be launch punishable, I agree, but it's fast enough to make you want to duck. That's the key, because if I have a low that's fast enough to make you want to duck, right, out of DSS, then all of a sudden I can do this. You know what I mean? Like, I have a mid I can use now. You know what I mean? But, like, why would I ever do this move? Why would I ever do that move? There's no reason ever. Especially now that he has this. Right? So, why the hell would Law ever do this move now? Other than just for style points. Right? Or this? Why does he have this? What the fuck is this for? Safe orbital? This is trash compared to an orbital. It's funny that you call it an orbital, because I never thought of it as an orbital because it's so trash. This move, I get stepped so hard. Like, fucking so hard. Is it an orbital? It's kind of like an orbital, isn't it? Oh yeah, it's an orbital heal that only launches on counter hit. That's why it's not a fucking orbital. It requires a counter hit. Yeah, and here's the thing. Out of DSS, who the fuck is going to get counter hit launched by this? If somebody's a down jab, they're going to beat this. Or they're just going to get hit regular hit. They're not going to get counter hit. It hits grounded. That's a good point, yeah. I actually have a really hard time using this to hit grounded because, like, usually if you knock someone down, right, like you do like something like this, and then you got to run up to do it. And that's what happens, right? You run up to do forward 3+4, but you get forward 3+4. So how the fuck are you supposed to hit grounded with it? It's like so awkward. You do it after down by 3 counter hit. That's pretty good. That's actually one I never do. I would do this again. I should definitely do this more. But you can side roll this. Hey, by the way, I have a t-shirt for sale. Wow, why am I so big here? You guys see it? It look it like this. Nice, huh?